What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to New Edge Simulation. We are doing the Owner-Operator series. This is the company driver prequel to it. And today, we are currently in Houston. And we're getting ready to take a space container to Laredo for NASA. Not a bad little haul. Weighs in at 26,500 pounds. We are once again in an international. Pays $485. Not bad. A little over $1 a mile. And yeah, that's kind of what we're working with. Probably this one we do not have to take a break. It is expected between 11:42 and 6:22 in the morning Wednesday, but NASA said, hey, you can bring it early, we don't care. So that is what we are doing for NASA. Before we get started, if you have not already, please smash that like and subscribe button. Currently we're sitting at 186 subscribers. Trying to hit 200 before the end of 2024 here. And if you have not voted for our next cargo, please go do that. If you go and look at our YouTube page, it's very easy. You'll see home, videos, shorts, playlist, community. Click community. And then the very first post in there will have all of the options for us to use on the skill points. Currently, explosives is in the lead, but over the next month we're probably going to be unlocking all 3 of the next skill points available, or 2, because we're level 8 now. So we'll get one when we get to 9 and one when we get to 10. Once we get to 10, it is a long time before we unlock another skill point. So we're going to be able to unlock 3 loads, pretty much 3 cargo types. So go in there, vote. You don't have to leave a comment. It's literally you just click what option you want, unless you if you vote for gases, flammable liquids, or solids, there's an option for that. You just have to go in the comments and literally tell me which one you're voting for, because YouTube only gives you 4 options to vote for in a poll. So with that being said, let's get to it. The truck is full of fuel. It's really got about 3/4 tank, but it's good enough for the 400 miles that we are running. And the truck is warmish, so it's good enough. I do want to adjust my field of view. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get on the road. It's always nice when we get to do these NASA and military jobs. Always something new.
Turn left.
Again, this video will just be, it'll probably just be this haul, but we'll see what else is available. It's kind of nice. We're able to start this one off early in the morning. My hope is we'll be on the interstate before all the crazies are out driving.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left. Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, this truck hasn't even hit 200,000 miles on it. The last one hit, I think it was like 250, 260 something. Not a lot by any means. By the way, check out that money load. $17,529 in the bank. If that don't get you pumped up, I don't know what will. That is a extraordinarily great amount of money for where we're at so far. It is taking us a while. There's not a high number of great paying jobs out there, so we are hustling, trying to make a name for ourselves out here, but the economy is not great right now, and loads are not paying that well, so
Stay left, and then turn left.
that is kind of important to remember, that the loads are kind of based off
Turn left.
a real life value. I think we can make this. Hopefully we don't get a ticket. There we go. So yeah, we're doing what we can with the market that we have. One thing that's helping us is we don't have to pay for fuel. So that is an expense we do not have to cover, or truck insurance or anything like that, because our employer is paying us for that. But I'm really hoping we can get our own truck soon.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Say this job will put us just at, just over $18,000. I'm hoping when we hit 30, something is available. What? is that guy doing? See, that's what I was telling you. Trying to get out here before all the crazies. We didn't make it. Should have started an hour ago. Good old Houston Space Park.
Go straight.
Say if the sun was up, I'd probably take our thumbnail here, but the sun is not up yet, so we'll kind of wait on that.
Stay left. Stay left.
And the helicopters, so the helicopters are like the best paying freight we have right now. But there seems to be a bunch of them at times. I'm trying to make sure that the videos we have are not just constantly EC-130 helicopters. Trying to get a mix of some other stuff in there. But you guys can kind of let me know what you would like to see. Are you fine with seeing the EC-130s if they're available, or would you like to see us just take whatever load is available from the last city we were in? I keep going back and forth on this, but I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. What would you like to see? I'm kind of torn both ways, right? I would love to do the last city we were in, but that is going to be a lot of driving. A lot of driving for a long period of time before we can even buy a truck.
Stay left.
Which means we'll be in company driver mode for a while. If we just take whatever the highest paying load is available.
Stay left, and then exit left.
Okay, I need to exit here. This Jeep
Exit
is
left.
not going to let us. So you guys can kind of let me know what you'd like to see. personally, I want to get back to the owner-operator side of things as quickly as we can. But right now, at the moment, we're stuck doing company driver because we can't afford a $90,000 truck. We need some cheaper, beat-down workhorses to come to the market. And I'm hoping by the time we hit 30 grand that it's there. If not, I'll have to talk to Busy and Broke and see what is going on with this version of the mod. Let's see. These guys are all jacked up. But I'll talk to him and see what is going on. Because we've been running, I want to say 20 days maybe? I can look when we get to Laredo, but we've been running company driver for quite a while. Probably need to look in the GDC handbook too to see if it's been updated for the used trucks. But I'm thinking here soon we should be seeing something. Like we need to see what our options are going to be. I do fully expect we'll probably have to hit level 10 before the used trucks are updated. But I don't know that for sure.
Stay left. So far, it's a pretty quiet day out here in Texas.
Traffic is nice and smooth. I would call this pretty light. Oh, buddy. Heavy on the brake on that one. Us in. Sweet. Looks like we're about to enter another construction zone. A lot of construction going on down here in Texas on the interstates. Let's see, I think we can go ahead and get over. Let's see, diesel is $3.22 a gallon. Hopefully it stays that way by the time we own our own truck. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Will say I love driving through Texas just because it's almost exactly in the way I remember it when I was there a couple years ago. The amount of I don't know, the amount of detail is just perfect. Like nothing's ever 100% match, but I like to think Texas is pretty close. And I like Texas. I wouldn't mind going back. I'd like to come down here and do some racing, drag racing. I think that'd be cool.
Stay right, and then turn right.
I've not done any drag racing at all this year, and it is almost sad.
Right.
Let's see, I need Laredo. It's going to be this lane.
Stay left.
Hopefully next year I'll get to do some racing. My problem is the car I have been racing. It's kind of like my street car. I really don't want to blow it up.
Stay left.
Kind of want to just keep it the way it is. Not have to build a motor for it for a while. I have another car that I'm very slowly working on. Doing mostly everything myself with the help of a friend. And I'm learning literally everything. I'm a good mechanic, but I am in no way, shape, or form a fabricator. So I've been cutting the tubes for the 25.5 race car cage that is going in this Mustang, and my buddy luckily is going to weld it because he can weld. I can weld. I can weld some things. I don't want to weld something that I need to depend on to save my life in the event of a crash. Like exhaust, I can handle exhaust. Making engine mounts for test cells and stuff, I can do that. A cage, I'm not comfortable with. And I have no shame in saying that. Sometimes you need to kind of have that rein on yourself to be like, this is out of my wheelhouse. The only regret I have with doing the cage that I'm working on right now is if you're into drag racing or street cars at all, there's a company out there called Moore Chassis. They built some of the most amazing roll cages I've seen. You can buy everything you need. All the tubing, cut, notched, ready to weld. You just, put in a car and weld it. Like, it is ready to go. Or, you can spend a little bit extra money if you got a little jingle in your pockets, and you can buy a fully welded cage ready to go in. You just pick up the shell, put it over the cage, drop it in, weld it to the frame, boom, ready to go. I don't have that kind of money, but and it's not super expensive, right? Like, for what you're getting, it's really not that bad. I'm trying to do everything on a budget. Like, this thing's probably going to be a single-digit stick shift car, and aside for electronics, I'm going to try to not have a whole lot of money in it. But yeah, it's about all I'll talk about that, because I bet I don't have any people interested in drag racing. So if you are, holla at me, and if you're not, I'm sorry you had to listen to me ramble. Alright, we are 59 miles out of this deal, and now we're starting to slow down. This guy is all over the brakes for some ungodly reason. And they're slowing down again. Luckily, we're almost there. Just fine, we can cruise about 60. Got to get our thumbnail broke. I'll probably do that when we pull into town.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Ooh. He kind of came out of nowhere.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Turn right.
I didn't think about it, but up there by the sign would have been a great spot. Yeah, we'll do one right here. Awesome. So yeah, I'll go ahead and move over here. That way that dump truck can... Oh, he turned. Good for us. Did not want to hold him up. Go ahead and turn our four ways on for safety.
This is where it ends.
All right, let's see where they want this. Just a 40 XP. And it looks like they want it on the back side of here. it only being 40 XP, I would imagine this one will be pretty easy. Oh yeah. Not quite. So I realized I swung out a little too far too soon. Try that again. It's actually going to be right on the money. Cool. Green means they're happy, which means we're happy because we're getting paid. Let's shut everything down and collect our money. So we drove 400 miles. We netted $485 and... Alright, 1100 XP. So really, if we had 5 of those, we'll be at the next level. If we look at quick jobs and see what's available, see what I told you, UC-130 helicopters. That's a short one. That might be worth doing. That is a long one. But look at that, $1,300. $2 a mile. Like, it's hard for us to turn that up. And this one, you know, we can make that and be there. Perfect timing. Yeah, that is going to be like the best paying jobs we can get. Lots of yard trucks. You would think these would pay more, but they just don't. I don't know if it's the... I mean, look at that. That is 948 miles for less than $1 a mile. I mean, that's kind of hard. Oh, Scott, we have not hauled one of those before. I feel like eventually we're going to have to come through here and pick one of those up. But for now, I like Seymour, Indiana. Oh, that's just south of me. Muncie, Indiana, that's not far from me. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this one and finish out the video, just because
Let's go.
that one will be really easy and nice Nice money for the mileage. So go ahead and shave that out. Look at this peat. Oof. I love it. Like, that's what we need. Let's see, fuel we have. It's right up there. Just above our speed. We're sitting good. A little over a half tank. And we're only going 178 miles, so this will be a breeze. Like they want to buy. We'll have it there a little early too, but that should not be a problem.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Right. Man, this is where we need to be. I love these trucks. Love them, love them, love them.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I will say, I think our seat needs to get moved down just a hair because of the visor. See, is there anywhere we need to stop? There's a Kenworth dealer. Bowling Green. Like, I wonder if those are actually Kenworth dealers. Like, it doesn't hurt. We can go ahead and we'll do that.
Time to get the job done. Turn right.
I can't imagine that those are both Kenworth dealers, but like we haven't seen that many Peterbilt or Freightliner dealers. It's really been Volvo and International and Kenworth.
Stay right, and then turn right.
And this truck's a baby. 64,000
Turn right.
miles. Oh yeah. if we could find something like this for our first truck, I would be pretty happy. Don't even care about the miles.
Stay left.
Kind of want out of this lane, but people keep getting in the middle. Yeah, we need it in that lane now anyway, so that was kind of pointless.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Just a little detour.
Exit right. Stay right, then turn right. Turn right.
Alright, we are in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Like I said, just a quick detour. Another big old train. is a Kenworth dealer.
Ready to turn left.
I'll be damned.
Turn left.
See, we need a right lane now.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right. Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
A little bit of a tight intersection. Another car wash.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right. So we should be on our way to I-65 now. Because 40 should be going west.
right, and then exit right. Exit right. Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Traffic is a nightmare. See if we can pass by this way station. Free as a jaybird. I-65. Now in the great state of Kentucky. Coming up on the first Bowling Green exit, which we will bypass.
Go straight.
We will take the second one.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, look at that. Perfect timing.
Turn left. What better way to end the video than come to Kentucky?
might be a little biased if you
Stay
can't
left.
tell. I
then
love
turn
Kentucky.
Turn left.
Especially Bowling Green, man. I race in Bowling Green a lot, and they have a great racing facility down there. It is yet another Kenworth dealer.
Turn left.
For some ungodly reason. I
Turn
can't
right.
find Brightliners or Peterbilts, but I can find everything else. Ooh, he hops curb on that one. Yeah, we gotta stop here.
Go straight. Go straight. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Bro, are you going?
Go straight.
Alright. Yeah, we're making that one, not making this one. But we're almost there. Like I said, not a great pay, but not bad pay. Almost $400. Definitely won't turn our nose at it. It was great pay for the mileage.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Alright, these guys are stopping, I guess. these folks down here need to cut their grass. Looking like a jungle. Alright. That's ADM. We ain't going there. We're going to Dairy Farmers of America.
Get ready to turn
Right up here.
Turn left. Here we are, safe and sound.
Let's see where they want this. 40 XP, and they want it next to the barn over there. So we can work with that. Oh, buddy. Straight on in, and we will be golden. Okay. Shut everything down, let's get paid. So we drove 170 miles. Got paid $383 and 363 XP. Not too bad. Our 7-day total profit is $4,910. It is a little low because we had show you guys real quick. If we go to delivery log, between day 20 and day 23 we didn't have any hauls, so that would be why our number is off. And then also, we did not have any hauls from day 14 to 16 because we were off those days. So, like I said, go ahead and go to the YouTube page, click on the community tab, and vote on which hazardous cargo we're going to do. It'll be either explosives, gases, flammable liquids, flammable solids, toxic and infectious substances, or corrosive substances. So vote for whichever you'd like to see, and Monday we will use our point to unlock 1 or 2 of those if we have another skill point by then. So once again, I want to thank you guys for riding along. As always, stay safe out there, keep it shiny side up, and I will catch you on the flip side. See ya.